Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila suffers setback at public hearing on disease control bill. Governors, Labour, doctors oppose proposed law. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time we're reaching you today. We want to say a big, huge thank you for your support. We really sincerely appreciate you. My people, you remember we've been keeping you up to date with Femi Gbajabiamila, Speaker of the House of Representatives, that came up with a bill he wanted to impose on Nigerians. What was this bill about? That every Nigerian should be vaccinated. Vaccinated for what? That was the question. Now, we've not had the cure for coronavirus. Nobody, no country in the nations of the world, all over the planet, has found the cure for coronavirus as we speak. HIV cure, not still defined yet, like you have a headache and you take paracetamol and you feel better. Or you have malaria and you take one of the anti-malaria medications and you are fine. Gbajabiamila came up with a bill. Okay, leave that, move forward. There was an alleged statement which also went to court that Gbajabiamila received a bribe of 10 million US dollars from Bill Well, that is still ongoing. And why he wanted to impose this bill on Nigerians was that he was being bribed to do it to Nigerians. Anyway, he also tried to do it, manipulate it. I don't know what he wants to vaccinate Nigerians against. Is it the coronavirus? We don't know. Is it HIV? We don't know. What is this bill really and truly about? Anyway, after he tried to impose this bill on Nigerians and it was not listened to or accorded, he went ahead and he was trying to follow due process, according to the court that he should follow due process. And Gbajabiamila today has faced another setback. As we are talking now, this is ongoing. Let's give you the up-to-date on the news. Speaker Gbajabiamila suffers setback at public hearing on disease control bill. Governors, Labour, doctors opposed proposed law. The Speaker of the House of Representatives of the Nigerian National Assembly, R0UB Femi Gbajabiamila, sponsor of the Infectious Disease Control Bill, suffered shocking setback at the first public hearing on the controversial bill on Wednesday. The Speaker lost ground to notable stakeholders who opposed the bill and rejected the continuation of his legislation. The controversial bill, which passed second hearing by flat in the House of Representatives on April the 28th, was vehemently rejected by the Nigerian Governors Forum, NGF, the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, the Trade Union Congress, TUC, and the Nigerian Medical Association, NMA, at the public hearing on Wednesday. Governor Kayode Fayemi of Ekiti State, chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum, NGF, cited Section 36, which he postponed, which gives the governors power to intervene in the control of infectious disease outbreak in this country. NGF chairman also cited some other sections of the bill which contradict breach of the fundamental rights of Nigerian citizens, and the governor said too much powers are connected to the Director General of Nigeria Center of Disease Control as we speak, NCDC. Fayemi pointed out that the conceived test and spelling out to victims to break the cost of sanitization will be imposed in highly orthographic nation. He also noted that the designated power to the entering of the property of the DG, the NCDC, are mere elected bodies to look into the affairs of coronavirus, not to impose on Nigerians what must be done. Fayemi has declared at the Wednesday public hearing in Abuja which proceedings were monitored from Lagos, the public should have opportunity to participate in the formation of policies and laws and manipulations that is being done in broad daylight to Nigerian public. Rights of individuals are being contested without their knowing. In case of consideration, economic losses as a result of imposition of measures, international recommendations should not be considered. We are unique people and should look after our own laws. Any intervention seeking a provision to comprehend legal and policies framework to ensure the effectiveness management of causes and cases involving infectious disease must be conducted within the context of the Federation, carrying every stakeholder along, holding extensive consultation. Well, my people, everybody reject the bill that he was trying to impose on Nigerians. Can you imagine? Gbajabiamila sat down, woke up one morning and said Nigerians should go ahead and be vaccinated. Why? For what reason? Because he had a discussion with somebody. How much is this money? This is how they sell our birthrights in this country. This is how they sell our birthrights for a pot of porridge. He came up with this bill. Don't forget, we kept you informed. If you have not heard about it, please refer to our former news and see for yourself as we keep you up to date with all that is going on in Nigeria and around the world. As well, please, we just want to quickly cite it out here. If you have not subscribed, please do. What that helps to do is that you get notification as soon as we make any of as soon as we publish anything that is going on in the country. Also, give us a thumbs up as this encourages us to know that you are there and you are saying, yes, I've acknowledged that I've seen the news and well done, or this is what you need to work on by leaving a comment. We seriously appreciate it. We seriously and truly appreciate all your gesture and support. Well, Femi Gbajabiamila wanted to impose, even while coronavirus lockdown was going on in the country, he wanted to impose it with nobody knowing, put it into law by himself. Anyway, say they not fit do something, smoke not fit just come from somewhere without somebody asking, what is going on there? Why is there smoke in that region or in that vicinity? Now, so the matter be, Gbajabiamila wanted to impose this on Nigerians at all costs. All of a sudden, Nigerians became aware, and there was a huge cry out. Everybody say, stop, don't continue on that track. Stop it now, So that's how they stopped him in the track and the process. And then they said due process has to be followed. Well, it has gone through I tell you, it has gone through the House. It has gone through the first hearing. In case you don't know, this matter has gone through the first hearing, my people. It has gone through the first hearing. You need to please go and look at issues and see what is going on in Nigeria. So it seemed to me like our House of Representative members who are supposed to be from all over the Federation representing Nigerians and their concerns, and Senate members who are supposed to be representing Nigerians in the Senate with their in the senatorial district of wherever location they have come from, to be able to locate and say the concerns of Nigerians. It's like they just sit down there doing nothing. Honestly, they got to the House. This hearing I'm telling you about has gone through the first hearing in the House. Yes, it has gone through the first hearing. Honestly. Then people had to now start speaking of saying no. Normally, it's part of the law that before any bill is passed into power, the public must have a hearing. So that's how the public fought for their right to. Guess what? During the public hearing, the governors, represented by Fayemi, Ekiti State Governor, who is their chairman of all the governors of Nigeria, labor leader were there. Doctors, they all representing different groups. They all oppose this Femi Gbajabiamila's imposition into Nigerian law. My people, this is what is happening in broad daylight. Femi Gbajabiamila is trying to push himself, force this bill. First of all, in my opinion, and I believe I'm entitled to that, like I will always say, Femi, start with yourself, vaccinate yourself. Not be disease you won't control. Why we say we not want? I've been a crime. Now by force, start with yourself. Take your wife and children Extend to your brothers and sisters, nieces and nephews, uncles, aunties, in-laws, relatives. Go to your village. Continue with your state. And let us see. Well done. Nigerians will not want. Thank you. My people, what do you think? Don't forget to give us the thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. God bless and bye for now.